Friday. I was going to do this in a more formal setting, but then I have dishes to do, so we're doing One Take Friday while I'm doing the dishes. So, apologize for any noise. So, as is what happened yesterday while I was on camera. By and large, it was so much footage I could not have cut it off. I would have had nothing other than the morning stuff, and that always seems weird when I just record morning. Anyways, so most of it was in an unintelligible babble. I really cut out a lot. Anyways, sidetracking. So, what was really odd is after I recorded that, I got a call from one of the guys that does it for Eurosport scouting. And he said that, you know, the account had been inactive and that teams and whatnot had been trying to get a hold of players. And so he called me and I was like, oh, I answered the phone. And anyways, so top rack. So I talked to him and I was like, I'm just now starting semi-pro. I don't have that, you know, if the account needs to go inactive, you know, for your system, that's completely understandable. It's going to be years before I, you know, get anywhere close to where I feel I can do it. But it got me thinking, and then got me thinking pretty hard. And then over the last, well, Euro players, in and of itself, the Twitter, I follow them, so I get all their updates on Facebook and Twitter, but Twitter's like the one that screams at me every morning. And whenever a member of Euro players signs with a team, whether they're from Europe or they're from the United States, they tweet it. So I noticed that, so that's why I made sure they exactly, I see them exactly. But they shared something this morning. And that was, you know, make sure you read your contract. Read the contract. Alright. Make sure you know everything is cut and dry and, you know, to the, like, everything is lined up. Because you're going overseas and you don't want to get caught, like, in a lurch going, am I supposed to be the one that pays for the phone? Why does my cell phone not work? Anyway, so, and I was like, oh yeah, this is good points, especially about the cell phone. A lot of people don't think about that. However, if I ever needed to do anything like that, I would ask my friend Peter. He went over to Europe for a while and was over there long enough to need a cell phone. Anyways, One Take Friday, just what happens. So, but one of the things at the very end was something that I don't think the college students necessarily think about, because most of these guys that are getting signed are like college students. They're in their mid-20s. There's a few of them that have been in their early 30s. But they say that you're going over there to play football, you're getting paid to play football. It should be your focus. It should be something, you know, that you hold in high regard. And I thought to myself, well, I would, you know, whether I would go to France or if I went to Germany or Oslo. It's like I would not do anything that would embarrass the team, because they said the teams you're in are probably in towns that don't have any foreigners. So you are the guy that plays American football. And American football in Europe is still starting up. It's hard to get going because soccer is huge. So, yeah. And so, and it's like, and they say that, you know, if your team has like a community event, like you're gonna work security or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna bring it up right now. It'll take too long. But it's like if they want you to go stand at a store, a grocery store, and like hand out the weekly flyers. I've seen the high school kids do it, or even the middle school kids around here do it. They just stand around in their jerseys, and they stand at the front door, and they're like, "Hey, have a flyer, have fun shopping," or whatever. And you know they don't want to be there. And I missed all that in high school because I didn't do it. And I kind of wanted, and I was kind of hoping that my semi-pro team would be doing that now, but we're not, because it's really just a club. Now over there in Europe they call it a club, but we call it a club, and they're different by a lot. Anyway, so that's going on there, and it's like they want me to go out into the community and do something while representing the team. Sure, I'll do it. I'll show up early. I'll be the last one to leave. If I had an opportunity like that, I would not scoff it off. I'm pretty good at rhyming. Accidentally. I would not, sit back and like play World of Warcraft in it's like 9 o'clock at night, it's frigid cold because it's Oslo and nobody's outside, and there's no practice the next day. Okay. But if there's like practice 3 days a week, I would love that. Right now I only have practice 1 day a week. And I go out and practice on my own. I guarantee you I'm being a little bit of a Mitch because it's, cold and rainy. But water dribbles on the floor. That's that. Part of it is I also kind of fear, I do fear that this is something it's still a flight of fancy. That it's something, I don't know. I know that I've made big strides, and if you watch previous stuff from like a year ago that I have, they're always down at the bottom. I keep forgetting to put annotations in because, but there's always a link in the description of most vlog videos that say a year ago. These do not have a counterpart because last year I was doing coffee shop reviews. What do you do? Here, look at what I was doing a year ago, and it's completely business oriented, whatever. So, if you go back to a year ago, I was like, oh, I had no idea what I was doing. I was, the correlative thing, let's see, last week was second practice, so this would be third practice on the 25th. It was Comic-Con. I was focused more on Comic-Con than I was on football, mainly because it was like the next day. Anyways, currently at this time of day, we were at Comic-Con. So, anyways, that's that. We got a lot of things going on. I got a lot of things. Who knows? In 3 years, I could be ready. Maybe I'll be ready in 4 years. All depends on how much playtime I get this year. But I don't want to lose it. I don't want you. I don't want to lose it. I like this feeling of playing football. I like the idea of being paid to play football. I cry over things. I don't feel like I'm doing enough. Like I'll say in the weekend video, I'm a winner because as a winner, because losers or slackers, we'll call them slackers. Slackers do a little bit of work and consider it enough. Winners are one of those that work their butt off and still think they were slacking. Now, I know I don't record every second of my life. There's just not enough footage on a 16 megabyte memory card. And plus, you really don't want to watch me sleep. But that's... And I'm constantly feeling like I'm never doing enough. Every time I leave practice because my knee hurts, I'm not doing enough. Every time I leave, you know, my home practice stuff, I'm not doing enough. Every time I leave the gym and I'm like, oh, my legs, I can't walk because I had a decent leg day, I'm not doing enough. It's, you know, it's the curse of a winner, you know. And hopefully, you know, that will translate later and whatnot. And I've kind of made myself a little sad. Just the idea that it might not happen. There's so many more avenues. I don't have to be in Europe. I could always go to college. You know? There's even arena. Anything. College isn't paid to play, but whatever. I don't know where my future's going, and I know I want it to be in football. I may be a nerd, a geek, and all that stuff. But people say your past shouldn't define you, and well, take whatever. I'm rambling. Oh God. See you guys on Monday. We'll have pads in practice and whatnot.